Good afternoon and welcome to NYFP. On this Friday afternoon, the major U.S. stock averages remain below the flat line, but the Dow is maintaining that 14,500 level. Joining me today is Peter Cardillo of Rockwell Global Capital. Peter, good afternoon and thanks for joining me today.
Good to be back.
Well, we're finally at the end of the week and we are seeing a little bit of downside pressure for the averages, but we have to keep in mind that we saw a 10-day rally and we are at near all-time highs for the Dow and S&P 500. But given that we got some mixed U.S. economic data releases, what do you make of both the equity markets and the data?
I don't think the economic data has anything to do with today's trading. I think it's all options related. And the fact that, we had 10 straight days of gains for the Dow and the S&P knocking on its record level ever, I think just invited some selling today, but mostly options related.
And today, as you mentioned, is quadruple witching day, but as we head into the upcoming trading week, we do have that key Fed Reserve meeting taking place on Wednesday as well as Tuesday, but the rate decision will be coming out in midweek trade along with the Fed forecast, and Bernanke will be speaking next week as well. What can we expect to see?
I think, the key here is going to be what the communique and what Mr. Bernanke says about the continuation of stimulants. And I suspect that he is going to basically uphold the bond buying program. I don't think that there will be any hints of a reversal in that. And I also think another key factor is going to be whether or not they're going to begin to perhaps maybe speak about rebalancing their balance sheet. And even at that, I think we stay packed. So basically, no change in terms of Fed policy. And I think that both the communique and Mr. Bernanke will indicate that the bond buying continues. And so we can expect another round of maybe $85 billion of long-term bonds being purchased during the course of the next month.
And as you mentioned, we will be closely monitoring those comments coming out from Bernanke after the rate decision, but we also have global PMI manufacturing data coming out next week alongside some housing figures from the U.S. So what data points are you watching next week?
Well, I think all the economic data next week is going to still continue to show modest growth. In fact, we have the flash PMI coming out, which I think we're going to see it jump by about 2 percentage points. And the leading indicators, along with the Philadelphia Fed, will probably suggest moderate growth ahead. I think, another factor that we have to take into consideration here is lately we've had a strong dollar. Just today the dollar is a little bit weak, but if you look at what's been happening in the stock market, and if you dissect the correlation between the strong dollar and the stock market, we noticed that there's been a divorce, in the sense that we're not seeing a stronger dollar now impacting a negative sentiment market trend. So the point is that the bond buying program and the good economic news will probably continue to support a higher market, even though we're probably approaching a technical overbought situation.